this tutorial, we're going to be building two types of health bars. One that's going to be using a progress bar, and one that's going to be using a texture progress bar. We're going to hook it up to a button so that we can deal damage, just so we can visually show what would happen with the health bar. All assets for this are going to be linked in the description below and will be in the GitHub link as well. So let's get started. Let's build the first one. The first one that we're going to do is going to be a progress bar. So let's just go to our test level, and we're going to add a progress bar. And in this is going to be relatively simple. So let's go to our scene here. We're going to drag this in. It's going to do this. We're going to get rid of our percentage. We don't really care about the percentage. For our step, which is going to be the value that it goes up and down by, we're just going to use 1. We're going to be using integers for this. Now, in order to build this out, we need to go down to our theme overrides, and we're going to go to the styles bar. And in background, we're going to do a style box flat. We're going to click into it. We're going to set the background color. I'm going to do just like a red to show this is what's going to be behind our bar when our actual health is decreasing. And we're going to do corner radius. I don't want it to be a full square, so we're going to do corner radiuses of 4 across the board. So you can see we have a little bit of rounded edges. Let's make this a little smaller, make it look nicer. Okay. And now we want to go to the fill, and we want to do a style box flat. Same thing. I'm going to set our corner radiuses to 4. And I'm going to make this a green. Let's make this a little bit lighter. Okay, that's fine. You can always tweak the colors. In order to show what's going to be happening here, let's set our value as a default to just 50, so you can see it going up and down. Now we need to go into our player. And we first and foremost need to go to our player script, and we need to give our player some variables. So we'll make this an export variable of max health. So this can be updated. It's going to be an integer. We're going to set it to 100. We're also going to make a variable called current health, which is an integer, and it's also going to be defaulting to 100. In our ready method, we're just going to configure this where we set our current health, which is going to be equal to our max health. Now we need to make a button in our test level. This is just going to be called our damage player button. I'll just call it a damage button. Okay. I'm going to bring this into as an onReady variable, and then we're going to go into our node, and on button pressed, we're going to do the damage button pressed. Okay. We have access to our player here. So what we're going to be doing is player is going to take damage, which is a method that we're going to be creating. We're also going to do player current health minus equals 20. Intake damage, that's going to be inside of our player script. We're just going to do func take damage. We'll put an amount in here, which is going to be an integer. We're not going to return anything, and all we're going to do in here is we're going to take our current health minus equals amount. So actually, when we go back into our level script, we don't actually need to do this. We don't need to do player current health. We're also in our ready method in here. We're going to need a reference to our progress bar. We're going to call this progress bar dot value is going to equal our player dot current health, and our progress bar dot max value max value is going to be our player dot max health. Now when we play our game, we see that this is full now. That's set to the full value of 100. Okay. Now down here, when we take our damage, that's when we're going to start subtracting. So we need to actually go into our scene and make this button now. So our damage button is going to need to, I'm just going to call it damage. I'll just move it right below here. It's fine. So now that we have those values configured, let's go back down to our damage button. The progress bar dot value is going to equal player dot current health. Okay. So now when we play this, it'll start updating. It's going to be going down by 20. Okay. And now we're going to make a texture progress bar. I'm going to drag this as an onReady. we're going to do the same type of stuff over here. So this is going to be identical. We need to configure our texture progress bar. Okay. And we're going to want to do the same thing down here. All right, so this is going to be set up a little bit differently. So in our texture progress bar, we need to go into our textures. Okay. And we're going to do three things here. In our assets folder, we're going to get 3 things. So this see-through one is going to be our over. This is what's going to be overlaid on top of all of our entire progress bar. Under, we want it to be the red version. And then over, just to show a little different, our progress is going to be this orange one. Okay. We don't need to set up any of the theme styles because these bars are already rounded. Now when we play this, we hit damage, our health goes down. You can also connect some signals to this if you want, but I just wanted to show you the basic setup of 2 types of health bars that you can make in Godot.